Hello guys and girls, FoxyRaven-TV here with another Fallout 76 video. So yeah, you're getting lucky, you're getting basically 3 videos today. It's insane, I know. I have a lot of things I still need to test out. So now that we know that the Fixer is the king over Handsmaid and also over the Elder's Mark. It's just how it is, guys and girls. Numbers don't lie, it is how it is. And that's just how it is. But we're gonna check this out once again. So this is of course not a faster fire rate anymore. I need to rename this. I can actually go ahead and do that. Bloodied explosive. This AP Elder's Mark. There we go. So now it's a bloodied with explosion and minus AP cost in VATS. It's basically the same as before. With the armor piercing receiver as well, and so on. So when we tested this last time, it was a faster fire rate, and we did 311 damage to the super mutant's heads. And we're gonna test if that is the case again. We should be maxed out on the armor penetration because this one has 60, and also the tank killer right here is yeah. So that's 96% armor penetration. That's insane, absolutely insane. 60 plus 36 is that much. Of course, it's the same build as before. We took out the tenderizer. We also took out adrenaline right there. So now that we have taken those out, we have damage perk cards, of course, but we don't have damage perk cards that scales off kills or enemies hit, like tenderizer here. So it's just basic a commando build here with no damage scaling. And yeah, we're gonna test this one here, and we're gonna test, is it the case that it's dealing 311 damage to the smaggers as well? Are we still on the cap with the explosion here? And what are the explosion damage like? When we have done that, we're gonna switcheroo here. We're gonna check out if Demolition Expert adds more damage to the explosion bullets. And the explosion damage you will see is white numbers because I'm going inside of VATS and I'm gonna hit their weak points. The weak points in this case here is the heads. Super Mutants' weak points are heads. So we're gonna go for that. And yeah, let's see what the explosion damage is like here. We're gonna go inside of VATS, hit the smagger here. As you can see, the white 9 numbers, damage numbers, are in fact the explosion damage. Did we get spotted there? Or what is going on? Because we did not deal 311 damage there. There we go, and plus 9 explosion. So that is a total of 320 right there. Explosion 9. Get a little closer. There we go. As you can see, 311 is still the case here with explosive bullets to super mutants' heads. So yeah, it's still the same as the faster fire rate. Going in here, and the same from that distance as well. So yeah, we're dealing the same amount of damage to them as we did before. And they are level 100 as well? Yes, they are. So 311 to the smagger and 9 explosion damage for the super mutants. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna press no to that. And I'm gonna take off Gunsmith. I will not suggest this when using Elder's Mark. But we're gonna do it for this video. We're putting on Demolition Expert. And now we're gonna see here what's going on. We're dealing 16 explosion damage, and for some odd reason, this one did not receive 311 damage to the smagger, but this one did. But yeah, from 9 up to 16, right? That's actually a lot more than the perk card says, because on the perk card you can clearly see your explosive do 60% plus 60% damage. If we take the normal damage, right, from that is 9, and adding 60% on top of that, What is that? I have to use a calculator. The way you do this is you type in 9 on your calculator, then you multiply that by 1.6, because 1.6 is equal to 60%. Because 1 is equal to 100%, then you add 60%, so that's 1.6. We're getting 14.4 damage. If we are gonna go back here and then times it by 8, we're getting 16.2. So in fact, the demolition expert is adding more damage than it should do. Gonna check it out here again. 16 damage. That is actually 80%, guys and girls. And you cannot say, but your weapon is adding 20%. Yeah, it's adding 20%, and that is the 9. That is the damage number 9 you're seeing. That is what that is. And the demolition expert is adding 60% on top of that explosion damage. So 60% on top of 9. But that should be 14, actually 14.4, right? But we're actually getting 80, almost 100, 80% more explosion damage, as you can tell. 16 is actually 80% more, and not only 60% more. And you might say, but no. This is the way you you test it, guys and girls. Taking off demolition expert again. Killing a super mutant here. 9. We are spotted now, but that doesn't matter. Did you see 9 on this one here? There we go, 9, right? You see that. That was 9. Taking it on again. 16. Did you see that? 16. 16. 16. That is actually 80%, guys and girls, and not only 60%. That was 17 though. That was even higher. Holy crap-a-rooney. So, to people that say demolition expert doesn't work, the cake is a lie. I mean, you're not telling the truth, because clearly it is. Come on, I'm showing you it right here. Taking concentrated fire off, putting 1 into concentrated fire, it will do for now. And putting in something like the Grenadier as well. So now we have Grenadier, as you can tell, and also demolition expert equipped. None other damage over time or stacking kinda things like adrenaline and so on. Gonna go in again, and we are gonna kill a super mutant here. Still 16. Grenadier does nothing. The only thing demolition, the only thing Grenadier does is so you can actually hit explosion farther away, as the perk card tells you. Can you see that? I was able to hit the target further away. It's easier if you have a target that is standing still. 16, 16, 16. 16 and 27. Gonna take that perk card off. Grenadier. We are still able to hit that though. We hit there and we hit the dog. Now we only hit the dog for 1 damage. Do you see that? Right there. Gonna try to do it as best as I can here. With the same target. There we go. Look at that. That's 24 now to the dog. The dog is stuck in the wall, so that's easy. We need to here hide. Caution again, that's good. So yeah, there you go. Demolition expert is working, and it's working more than intended, guys and girls, and it's on all weapons. It's a good thing though. It's worse if it's the other way around, right? If it's dealing less damage. Now we dealt 312 to that super mutant. That's weird. So yeah, when you say Demolition Expert and Grenadier ain't working, you need to test things. And I don't talk about you because I know that you in the comment section right now says, I never said that, no. But a lot of other did. And you know that as well as I do. Demolition Expert is working as it intended, as it should have done last year, the year before, and so on. But it has always been dealing more damage. The explosion effect on weapons like Elder's Mark, Fixer, and so on has always dealt more damage than intended. It's not doing that anymore. Now it's actually almost the way it should be. It's dealing a tiny bit more damage. As I said, the Demolition Expert is adding 80% instead of the 60% that it says. It says 60%, but it's actually adding 80%. And you can see that it's stable. It's stable damage. It's adding the same damage to the to the super mutants over and over and over and over and over. So yeah, there you go, guys and girls. Another myth kind of busted, or whatever, because people will claim Grenadier is not working. People will claim Demolition Expert is not working. I mean, we know for a fact that Grenadier is working. I'm hitting myself. It's hard to tell because I do have Born Survivor and so on and so on. But look at my health now. Look at my health. You can see it drop like a tiny bit, right? Gonna take Grenadier off. Now I'm not hitting myself. I hit myself if I hit right there. Then I do. But there I don't. You can even see the explosion actually is more tiny. Tiny-whiny. Let's go. Look at that. I'm hitting myself here. Yep. You can see it's way larger as well. Then I know that some in the comment section will say, but it's not working on heavy explosive. Yes, it is. They just did so the visual effect on Fatmans, and thank God for that, are fixed. So even though if you put a Tesla Science tree on for 30% more and the Grenadier for double radius, you will still get the same visual effect on the heavy explosive weapons, such as Fatman, such as rocket launchers, such as auto grenade launchers. You will still have the same radius of the visual effect on them. The visuals are fixed now. Whether the actual explosion radius is higher when you put a Grenadier on, but you don't see that because the visual effect is fixed. It's fixed to a fixed point where it doesn't go larger, so you're not blinding a whole server by using it. And the same with the Tesla Science tree. The radius is still getting larger, 30% larger with the explosion, but the visual doesn't. So yeah, a lot of things have been tested, and I think I have busted a lot of people's cries, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, people will spread rumors about anything these days here, and I don't get it. They are liking the game, right? Why are you spreading false rumors around? I don't get it. People need to test things, and I say this time after time after time. Test, 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 test. Don't trust a YouTuber unless the YouTuber is actually showing things like this here. And yeah, test it yourself if you don't believe a YouTuber or anyone else. You shouldn't just trust a random person on the internet saying this and that and whatever and so. Just don't. Test it. But anywho, guys and girls, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.